Good morning. I'm sorry about the shade. I can't do nothing about it. The sun is right there. And the only way for me to film and not really shade my face is stare into that great big light bulb in the sky. So we ain't doing that. So you guys get to look at my face just like this. That's okay. So we're at the garden. It's September 15th, I think. It's a Saturday, 2024. We're harvesting potatoes. So here's the deal. We have 160 feet of beds. Okay, they're running this way. I'll show you in a minute. You can't see them. They're totally buried in weeds. I have not done any maintaining of this bed whatsoever besides feeding them. The first bed we're going to dig up was that trial bed that we did where I buried all those super long roots. I'm super interested to see what kind of harvest we pull out of there. And then after that, we have two different kinds of potatoes. We have Yukon Golds and Russets. All the potato plants are dead. I should have pulled these last weekend, but it didn't work out that way, so we're doing it today. You can't even see the beds. I'll turn the camera around and you guys are going to be like, oh my. So the first bed, what we're going to do basically is, here, I'll spin it. All right, so we got a bunch of totes, a bunch more totes. In this mess somewhere I have a tarp. So we're basically going to dig a bed. Yes, that is all potatoes. And the plants are totally dead. You can't even see beds in here. You can't see plants, you can't see nothing. So basically from right there, right beside the corn, that's my buddy Chris's plot. From there over to somewhere in this general area is all potatoes, and the beds run like this. So the first bed is the experiment bed, and then we have two varieties of potatoes moving this way. I have labels in the ground. As you can see, I can't see shit. I can't even see rows. See, I'm just gonna have to look for raised ridges of earth and track the potatoes that way. So what we're gonna do is we're basically just going to find the first bed somehow, and then we're just gonna flip everything that way, put the potatoes on a tarp, take a look at them, and then after we do that, we're gonna just start loading them into totes. So if you guys have never dug potatoes before, you need one of these, all right? Don't get a normal pitchfork because they bend when you're digging in the deep dirt. You're gonna want one of these, potato fork, okay? So basically, the plan is to go a full fork depth into the ground and blow them up out of the ground. That way you can get under the potatoes, pull them up through the soil, and then we're gonna just dig them out, lay them on the tarp. From the tarp, they're gonna go into totes. I have more. I bought a van. Look at that, check that out. I bought a minivan. The reason I bought the van is because I am drastically running out of space in the Acura. So the plan today is to pull up enough potatoes that we are gonna fill that van front to back. What do you say? All right, let's do this. Let's, we gotta find the first bed. This is gonna be the fun part. After pushing some grass around, we found the first one. So basically, we're just gonna start digging and see where we end up. Ladies and gentlemen. So we got the first trench dug. It's about, I don't know, 12 feet, give or take. That's the experimental bed. So basically we just dug them up, flopped the dirt onto there, as you can see. We didn't even pick any of the weeds. And so we dug basically to right there. Started right there. And that's what we got. They're not the biggest. Let's get out of the sun. I mean, they're not the biggest, but they'll be okay. You know, we didn't have a whole lot of small ones, which is a good sign. But seeing as how this was the experimental garden with all those crazy long roots, I really didn't have high hopes. So I was really hoping for potatoes much bigger than this. So next year I probably will not plant the potatoes that have the all those crazy long roots growing out of them. Yuck. Look at that, eh? That was probably attached to the other seed potato. So we'll just let that dry in the sun. So that's why it's on the tarp. We're drying them in the sun. So I'm going to flip it from there into a tote, lay that tarp down right beside the trench we just dug, and then we're going to start digging the next trench this way, and so on and so forth. Well, we got all the russets done. So that's 4 rows of russets. I don't know how much poundage is there. 40 something. I have no idea. I'll find out when I get home. It's hot. It's about 35 degrees Celsius, and I am sweating buckets. Just buckets. I'm soaked. We've just finished digging up one bed of Yukon Golds, and we probably have more Yukon Golds from one row than we do everything else. I'll show you that in a second. But as you can see with the potatoes, none of them are big, right? Like, I mean, that's about average size, which kind of sucks because they're going to be a headache to peel. But I'll have a couple 100 pounds in the basement by the time I'm done. So this is what we've dug so far. And then we have this to go. I don't even know how many rows are here, but we're back at it. Whew. It's about 100 degrees Fahrenheit right now. I think it's 35 Celsius. It is so fucking hot digging dirt. Pardon my French. So this is what we got for russets. 4 russets. Then we started with Yukon Golds. So each bed we're pulling in about that much. I don't know what that is, about 10 pounds. We're working our way through. Sorry guys, I'm talking funny. I'm so out of breath. Just wanted to catch you guys up. So that's the last bed. So what we do is we start by tearing out all the grass on top of the next bed. We throw it over there. Then we take that tarp, we shake the dirt off it. We move it over to here. We take the tote. Here's that's 3 beds. I don't know if you guys can get a good picture on that. That's 3 beds worth of Yukon Golds. They're not nearly as big as I wanted. I don't know why they're smaller, but maybe they didn't have enough fertilizer. So then we just put the tote and that there, and then we start digging here, and we just flip the dirt here. I'm working with my son today. That's all you're gonna see of him because he's not allowed to be in camera. He helps me every year with potatoes and carrots. I look forward to it every year. Oh, I'm out of breath. So we're gonna tear all that grass off. I haven't been filming, guys. It's I'm literally pouring sweat all over. I'm not camera worthy right now. Trust me, I look horrid. So all we have is from here to the corn. I don't even know. There's rows buried in here, maybe 3 rows, maybe 4, and then we're out of here. So yeah, just wanted to fill you in.
So when are you doing it? Stop?
I'm filming right now. I'm filming. knew there was a garden bed in there. See? Totally overrun with weeds. So when you're digging your potatoes, you have your trench, right? I built my trenches a shovel width wide, maybe 8 or 10 inches. But your potatoes can spread out into the sides of your trench. So when you're digging your trench, just remember that you have to dig about 8 inches wider than the trench you actually dug to dig your potatoes out. So this is the process. This is what we're doing. Start from one side, dig deep and lift it out. Go to the other side, dig deep, lift it out. Look for potatoes. We're not keeping little ones. When you're digging down the side with your potato fork, dig straight down the side, get underneath, and then pop it up and pull everything up. Don't go in on an angle because chances are you're going to stab right into your potatoes. And if you damage your potatoes, they will not store. Yes, you can put them aside and eat them tonight for supper, but they won't store. So be really careful when you're digging. So we're going to pop one side up, throw it over here, pop the other side up, and then dig right through the center. And it'll just pop your potatoes up out of the ground. And then we throw them on the tarp. So basically, you're gonna know when you're at the bottom of your dug trench because the soil will go from soft to hard and the potatoes generally won't be in the hard pack. So when you hit the bottom, you basically know you're below the level of your potatoes. And so normally what we would do is I would flip the dirt to the side and my son goes through it. But because he's not allowed to be on camera, I'm just kind of showing you guys the process. And he would dig all the loose potatoes that we throw on the side. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We got it. All of it. 160 feet in about 4.5 hours. And I am absolutely done and toasted. Oh. Do you guys want to see what the harvest looks like? Let's check this out. And then I'm going home to have a beer. So we have 4 totes of russets. Here, do it this way so my shadow's not blocking it. So 1, 2, 3, 4 totes of russets, and then Yukon Golds. And then Yukon Golds in here, I think we did 2 or 3 rows in each. And those probably weigh, I don't know, 30 pounds or something, I don't know. So we're done packing this up in the van and we're heading home. So hope this helps. Have fun harvesting. It makes it easier when you have a helper. Give me a big thumbs up, guys. I worked my ass off for this one. And grow good food. I'm going home. Green thumb out. Bye.